Hey, welcome everybody. This is Greg Doss of GDNAPSC, or Greg Doss, non-attorney pro se consultant. I'm here to help everybody, particularly pro se's, and give you some pro se, what I call pro se fundamentals. I've had a couple of questions posed to me, and by the way, anybody who has a question they may want me to ask, you can go to the DJ Squid Greg Doss show page, or you can go to CSSB, as I think it's still called that. I'm trying to learn how to change the names of some of these old Facebook pages, or you can just go to Greg Squid Doss on Facebook and inbox me a question, and as long as it's not too in-depth, I'll go ahead and try to answer it. Again, it's not going to be legal advice. I don't give legal advice. If you want legal advice, seek an attorney and be legally advised. That being said, these are pro se fundamentals, a couple definitions I want you all to take the time to just learn for yourself, and actually for everybody. One of them is, the one we're going to talk about today for the first part, is due process. That's a term that everybody needs to be familiar with, and it's due process of law. And you need to learn what substantive due process is, or substantive due process, and procedural due process, and how it may apply to you in your situation, whether it's for a traffic stop, whether it's criminal, civil, or otherwise. Due process is very important for everybody to know. Also, what is definitely lacking in our society today is a basic understanding of civics. I hear a lot of rhetoric, and a lot of people who may be otherwise famous don't really have a clue as to how our government is structured. So I would suggest that everybody take the time out of your busy day, even if it's for 30 minutes at a time, especially because we have children. And this stuff affects our children. Even if you don't care about politics or voting, for the sake of our children, because we owe it to them to, they're our posterity that you'll see inside the preamble of the Constitution. The future generations is posterity. And because laws are passed daily that affect them, it's incumbent upon us to inform them as to what are your fundamental rights. And then, of course, you go into case law and you get a lot of the nuance to law and understanding rules, whether they're federal or state rules. That being said, take the time to learn the United States Constitution, to include the amendments, but especially the issues related to the Bill of Rights. But definitely want to learn the Constitution, the first 7 articles, and of course the amendments to the U.S. Constitution, and take the time to learn whatever the Bill of Rights are, the fundamental rights issues are for your state constitution. In addition to the U.S. Constitution, as you go into your state constitution, after you learn what all the basic rights are to every state citizen, take the time to understand the structure of your state's judiciary. Whether you are a Commonwealth state or like Florida. Florida actually has great laws. So anybody in Florida who thinks that your constitution or your statutes don't really help you, you might be really surprised to find out how much strength you have in a lot of Florida statutes, at least for right now. Because judges rule on rule on the law, and legislators write the law, which is statutes and rules and what have you. So when people want to complain about why things are going a certain way, ask yourself, did you participate in the process, or did you wait for the process to come see you or come deal with you? And if that's the case, then you pretty much are getting what you deserve. Maybe not what you deserve, but you're getting what comes from that kind of apathy. So this is just a video short. I wanted to make sure I threw it out there for a couple of people because I had a couple of interesting questions come my way. But in order to help yourself, even if you have an attorney, because don't forget, it may be your attorney, but it's your case. So for everybody out there who wants to, if for nothing else, just be just a little bit more abreast of what the law is, not what somebody told you. Just do what I said again. Study what due process is, procedural, substantive, and learn the U.S. and state constitutions. It would benefit you greatly. I know it's benefited me. That being said, sometimes it's not about right or wrong. More importantly, it's about clarity. You will not reach resolution unless you're willing to engage in honest dialogue, even if that dialogue is with yourself. Take time to hug the person you love and love the person you hug. And on behalf of GDNAPSC, Chop Shop, I'm Greg Doss. I'm also DJ Squid. I'm saying peace. I'm saying chicken grease. And I'm out of here.